Legendary quotes by Mark Twain. To get the full value of joy, you must have someone to divide it with. Keep away from people who try to belittle your ambitions. Small people always do that, but the really great make you feel that you too can become great. The lack of money is the root of all evil. A sin takes on new and real terrors when there seems a chance that it is going to be found out. Never argue with a fool. Onlookers may not be able to tell the difference. The man who was a pessimist before 48 knows too much. If he is an optimist after it, he knows too little. Of all the animals, man is the only one that is cruel. He is the only one that inflicts pain for the pleasure of doing it. Courage is resistance to fear. Mastery of fear, not absence of fear. If you pick up a starving dog and make him prosperous, he will not bite you. This is the principal difference between a dog and man. Virtue has never been as respectable as money. The truth must be served like a coat and not thrown in the face like a wet towel. Take any type of woman and you will find in it something to respect, something to admire, something to love. Anger is an acid that can do more harm to the vessel in which it is stored than to anything on which it is poured. A banker is a fellow who lends you his umbrella when the sun is shining but wants it back the minute it begins to rain. The most important days in your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why. Do something every day that you don't want to do. This is the golden rule for acquiring the habit of doing your duty without pain. Never argue with stupid people. They will drag you down to their level, and then beat you with experience. Kindness is a language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. The truth must be served like a coat and not thrown in the face like a wet towel. Let us live so that when we come to die, please don't forget to subscribe to Money Minds Only. Everyone is a moon and has a dark side which he never shows to anybody. Buy land. They're not making it anymore. Only two things we'll regret on deathbed: that we are a little loved and little traveled. Man will do many things to get himself loved. He will do all things to get himself envied. The man who does not read has no advantage over the man who cannot read. A man should not be without morals. It is better to have bad morals than none at all. A person with a new idea is a crank until the idea succeeds. Forgiveness is the fragrance that the violet sheds on the heel that has crushed it. Honesty, the best of all the lost arts. When your friends begin to flatter you on how young you look, it's a sure sign you're getting old. There are no people who are quite so vulgar as the over-refined ones. It takes much to convince the average man of anything, and perhaps nothing can ever make him realize that he is the average woman's inferior. No woman or man really knows what perfect love is until they have been married a quarter of a century. I am an old man and have known a great many troubles, but most of them never happened. After all these years, I see that I was mistaken about Eve in the beginning. It is better to live outside the garden with her than inside it without her. Be careful about reading health books. You may die of a misprint. Clothes make the man. Naked people have little or no influence in society. One frequently only finds out how really beautiful a beautiful woman is after considerable acquaintance with her. When you fish for love, bait with your heart, not your brain. Do right and you will be conspicuous. We lavish gifts upon children, but the most precious gift, our personal association, which means so much to them, we give grudgingly. Better a broken promise than none at all. You can't reason with your heart. It has its own laws and thumps about things which the intellect scorns. Be good and you will be lonesome. It is better to deserve honors and not have them than to have them and not deserve them. All you need in this life is ignorance and confidence. then the success is sure. There are several good protections against the temptations, but the surest is cowardice. Few things are harder to put up with than the annoyance of a good example. Always acknowledge fault, frankly. This will throw those in authority off guard and give you an opportunity to make a choice. Nothing so needs reforming as other people's habits. Grief can take care of itself, but do get full value of a joy. You must have somebody to divide it with. We can secure other people's approval if we do it right and try hard, but our own is worth the hundreds of it, and no way has been found out of securing that. In order to make a man or a boy covet a thing, it is only necessary to make the thing difficult to attain. Always obey your parents when they are present. This is the best policy in the long run, because if you don't, they will make you. The exercise of an extraordinary gift is the supremacy of pleasure in life. The more things are forbidden, the more popular they become. To believe yourself brave is to be brave. Unexpected money is the delight. The same sum is the bitterness. When you expect more, only two things will regret on deathbed: that we are a little loved and little traveled. Conscience takes up more room than all the rest of a person's insides. Human pride is not worthwhile. There is always something lying in wait to take the wind out of it. There are not enough morally brave men in stock. We are out of moral courage. Material. When people do not respect us, we are sharply offended. Yet in his private heart, no man respects himself much. At $0, a man can be an ass without being an optimist, but not an optimist without being an ass. The secret sauce of humor itself is not joy, but sorrow. By trying we can easily learn to endure adversity. There are 869 different forms of lying, but only one of them has been squarely forbidden. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Prosperity is the best protector of principle. There is no character howsoever good and fine, but it can be destroyed by ridicule. However poor and witless, the only way to keep your health is to eat what you don't want, drink what you don't like, and do what you'd rather not. We should be careful to get out of an experience only the wisdom that is in it and stop there. Whoever has lived long enough to find out what life is knows how deep a debt of gratitude we owe to Adam. Be careless in your dress if you must, but keep a tidy soul. The man who was a pessimist before 48 knows too much. If he is an optimist after it, he knows too little. Truth is the most valuable thing we have. Let us economize it. No real gentleman will tell the naked truth in the presence of the ladies. A truth is not hard to kill, a lie told well is immortal. I never could tell a lie that anyone would doubt, nor a truth that anyone would believe. A lie can travel halfway around the world while the truth is putting its shoes on. Mark Twain, born Samuel Langhorne Clemens on November 30, 1835, was an American writer, humorist, and lecturer who left an indelible mark on American literature. He is best known for his novels, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, and Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, which remain iconic pieces of American literature to this day. Born in Florida, Missouri, Twain grew up in Hannibal, a town on the Mississippi River that later served as the inspiration for the fictional St. Petersburg in his novels. His childhood experiences along the river, combined with his knack for storytelling, laid the foundation for his future literary success. Twain began his writing career as a typesetter and a journalist, working for various newspapers in the Midwest. It was during this time that he adopted his pen name, Mark Twain, a riverboat term meaning 2 fathoms deep, which he would use for the rest of his life. In 1865, Twain published his first major work, The Celebrated Jumping Frog of Calaveras County, a humorous short story that gained him national attention. He went on to write numerous novels, travelogues, essays, and lectures, establishing himself as one of America's most beloved authors. Twain's writing style was characterized by his wit, satire, and keen observations of American society. He often tackled controversial subjects such as racism and social injustice, using humor and irony to shed light on the flaws of society. His masterpiece, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, is widely regarded as one of the greatest American novels, exploring themes of freedom, morality, and the complexities of race. Beyond his literary achievements, Twain was also a prominent public figure and lecturer. He traveled extensively, captivating audiences with his entertaining and insightful lectures on a wide range of topics. Twain's wit and humor made him a beloved figure both in the United States and abroad. Mark Twain's influence on American literature and culture cannot be overstated. His works continue to be celebrated for their timeless themes, engaging storytelling, and sharp social commentary. Twain's legacy as a literary icon lives on, and his contributions to American literature remain as relevant and impactful as ever.